Hey guys, it's Denise. I am back a day late and a dollar short, but nevertheless, I am back to do day 9's topic of Spring To It Videothon. So, day 9's topic was books that you own that you know nothing about, and well, that's about a good 75% of my library. You guys know, I do a lot of hauling over the years, and I can never tell you the synopsis. Why? Because I either buy them because they're super fucking popular, or they were really cheap and I like the cover. And then I started getting into book swaps, and with those book swaps that I participate in, your partner would always send you one book that they loved or that they want you to read. And so I've participated in a book swap every season for the last 3 years. So I got quite a lot of those books. And I just picked a few. I ain't got that many. I got one from my book haul I just did the other day. I got a couple off of this shelf, and I brought a couple in from my library. So without further ado, let me show you all the shit I own, well, most of it, that I know nothing about. The first book here is Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This was never even on my radar. I didn't know anything about these two authors, but I did a book swap, and my partner at the time really talked and loved about this book and loved it when I would message her on Instagram. And so I bought this for her, and then I just was like, if she loves it, I have to get this for my collection. And well, I bought it like a month later, and I never read it. I didn't know what it was about, but a lot of people on BookTube seem to love it. So one day soon I will read it.
And my fucking heavy-footed neighbor is here, and so I don't know if I'm going to enter this into the video, but she gets on my fucking nerves. She walks like she has cement bricks for shoes, and she slams cabinets and drawers, and I just hear everything, and it drives me nuts. Whew.
Anyway, the next book is Writers by Veronica Rossi. You guys know I love her Under the Never Sky series, even though I haven't finished it. I was getting ready to wrap it up. I was so set to wrap that series up, and then I wanted more Veronica Rossi, and I happened to get on Goodreads, and I saw that she had a new book coming out, and I was geeked for it. And well, I never finished that series, and I don't know what this book is about, but it's in my collection, and one day soon I'll finish that series, and then I'll start this one day soon. But I will honestly say, the reason I haven't finished the Under the Never Sky series is because I'm afraid it's not going to wrap up well, and then I'm going to be angry. And I don't want to be angry. I want to still love what I've read so far. So that's why I'm holding out. You know what? You guys have to force me to read that before the summer starts. You have to. The next book that I have here is Replica by Lauren Oliver. Now, the only thing I know about this book is that it's told in dual perspectives. However, instead of it being like one chapter is Lyra's point of view and the next is Gemma's point of view, I think you can flip it and read Lyra's whole point of view this way, and then you can flip it and read Gemma's point of view. That's about all I know. I know nothing else about this particular book or the book series. The next book is Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. I needed more black authors in my library collection, and when it came to black authors that wrote science fiction or fantasy, she was at the top of the list, and I felt like I had to have it. So I have Parable of the Sower, Parable of the Talents, and quite a few more of her books that I still don't know anything about. Like I read her Kindred last year, and I didn't know what it was about. I had no idea what it was about, and I actually felt like I enjoyed it a little more, because if I had known what it was about, I probably wouldn't have read it because of the topics that I had going on in there. So we just won't know anything about her book before I go into them. The next book is Lock In by John Scalzi, and the funny thing is, I had my eyeball on this book for several months on Book Outlet. So you would think I know what this is about. You're wrong, because I don't. I finally bought it after like, I don't know, 4 or so months, and it's been in my library. Well, it was first in boxes for several months, and now it's just been sitting here and unread. And the next book was given to me in one of those swaps that I talked about, and this person gave it to me, said that they enjoyed it and they thought I would enjoy it, and it is Garden Spells by Sarah Addison Allen. I know nothing about this book, but hopefully, since it has spells in the title, it has to do with like witchcraft. I don't know. Next book is pretty damn popular, and it has a whole first series and then a duology that comes after it, and you can actually see it right behind me, and it is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Now, I've had this for a while now, and I even tried to read it, but the world is so big, and I had to put it down. So I read at least 2 chapters of this, and I still don't know what it's about. I don't know. But I'm going to get the audiobook and read it, and hopefully I can get into it, because it, like me and high fantasy, baby, I hate not being able to pronounce things. I've talked about this before. I do know that it's something in the book series called The Darkling, and a lot of people love him or her. I don't know if it's a he or she, and a lot of people hate it. So whenever I get to the series, we will know if I love or hate it. Until then, all I know is Darkling and Leigh Bardugo. That's all I know. The next book is bought solely because of the cover, and it is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, and I don't know, it just draws you in. You can't say, look, the color, the font, it draws you in. And so I was looking to get something from Book Outlet, and I got this. A lot of people love it, so I think I might have picked a good book. One day soon we will find out if I actually did. Maybe, I don't know. The final book I have here is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabah Tahir. Another cover by, and it was pretty damn popular here on BookTube a few years back, and I had all the intentions in the world to read this book, and I think it's another fantasy. I don't know. It's another fantasy. I can tell. So, I'm going to probably have to get the audiobook to go along with this, because it's going to be a bunch of shit that I can't pronounce, and then it's going to piss me off, and I'm going to not want to read it. So, to combat that, you get audiobooks, Denise. That is it for all of the books that I wanted to show you today that I own that I do not know anything about. I might do this in the future. I don't know. I'm forever buying books that I know shit about. You just saw a haul not too long ago, and I couldn't tell you what 50% of them books were about. So, I may do this in the future. I'm not sure. But anyway, if you have read any of these books, tell me your thoughts without spoiling. And I will see you guys in a few hours, because I am getting ready to record day 10's topic as well. Bye.